Before the MCU, superhero movies were, well,
absolute dog shit.
Just soulless cash grabs with no passion whatsoever put into them. Superhero movies that make you wonder if the directors even read the comics. But there was one superhero trilogy that did stand out from the rest of them. One that I would dare say is good? But was it really good? Or is that the nostalgia goggles talking? By today's standards, is Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy actually bad? In this video, I'm going to review Batman Begins. I'm going to look at it objectively with no biases whatsoever. And just remember, if you do not like the video, then please leave and don't be toxic. In this review, I'm gonna have 3 sections: the story, the characters, and the action. And then the summary to finish off the rest of the video. Now, let's talk about the story. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I had no idea what was going on in the story. It's all over the place. One second, Bruce is a kid. The next second, he's a young man. Then the next second, he is in China for some reason. Then he's a young man again. Then he's a kid. Then he's back in China.
And I am the devil. You're not the devil. You're practice.
Like, I really think whoever edited this movie just forgot to put the right scenes in the correct order, because I don't think the average moviegoer wants to see a movie like that. It's beginning, middle, and end, not middle, end, and then beginning. And then end, middle, end. Even if the movie was in chronological order, it's still confusing. You know, there was another superhero movie that also started off not being in chronological order. It was called Iron Man. Except Iron Man got to the point, and it didn't take about 30 to 40 minutes, seeing Bruce's parents get shot for the 8th millionth time and racist Chinese stereotypes. Speaking of which, I was very uncomfortable with the white savior trope they were going for with Bruce Wayne in the movie. And then he just kills all the Chinese people inside that building, as well as the fake Ra's al Ghul. And then the real Ra's al Ghul actually survives. Spoilers. But anyway, Bruce decides to become a vigilante for no reason. It's not really explained in the movie. And if it is, they don't really go into detail with it. And then not a whole lot happens in the movie. Ra's al Ghul shows up at the very end, and then he just dies.
I won't kill you. But I don't have to see you.
Just like Spider-Man 3 killing off Venom in the last 20 minutes. And then a really forced love story. And then, yeah, the movie just kind of ends.
And you're gonna have to.
I really tried to pay attention, but I could not keep my eyes off my phone. Overall, I'm gonna have to give the story a 4.5 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the characters. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I could not remember any of the characters in this movie except for Batman. But I mean, that's pretty obvious. He is the main character after all. I find it pretty misogynistic how Rachel is nothing more than a damsel in distress in this movie, just like those god-awful Spider-Man movies. Alfred is not a character in this movie. He is just a speech generator. I kind of forgot Commissioner Gordon was in this movie, and I thought it was really disgusting that Christopher Nolan would race swap Ra's al Ghul. And his motivation honestly makes no sense other than just wanting to destroy the city and rule the world.
No one can save Gotham. Someone stands in the way of true justice. You simply walk up behind them and stab them in the heart.
Compared to a good villain like Thanos, with a motivation that I think we could all relate to. Scarecrow doesn't really get a backstory, he's just kind of there. I will say though, Cillian Murphy is kind of cute, but that doesn't exactly save the movie. And then Falconia was just a racist Italian stereotype.
Now, I wouldn't have a second's hesitation of blowing your head off right here and right now in front of him. Now, that's power you can't buy.
We've already seen countless times. The problem with this movie is that it takes itself way too seriously. The dialogue is extremely wooden, just like the Star Wars prequels.
Don't make me kill you.
The characters don't really talk like normal people.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Bruce?
There are a few jokes here and there, but I don't know if Christopher Nolan actually talks to people. But if you look at a good movie like The Avengers, you'll notice how the quality in superhero movies has definitely improved.
Good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day. You ever tried shawarma? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
There are way too many characters for the first movie, especially the villains. You know another superhero movie that had way too many villains in it? Spider-Man 3, the worst superhero movie of all time. It would have made way more sense if we had a Batman movie for each villain, and then in the 4th movie, they could all team up. But Nolan just wanted to cash in on the brand. He didn't really have anything planned out, and that's why he killed Ra's al Ghul at the end of the movie. Overall, I'm gonna have to give the characters a 5 out of 10. Now, onto what matters the most, in my opinion. The action.
Assemble.
The thing is, when I watch a superhero movie, I just want to see someone get punched really hard. I'm gonna be straightforward. The action is not good in this movie. I get that it's trying to be realistic, but sometimes CGI does have to be used. But because of ego, Christopher Nolan didn't want to use CGI. He would rather be willing to kill a stuntman than set up a green screen. What makes the MCU work is that you're able to just have this big CGI battle. You don't have to worry about 2 actors just slapping against each other. Because when it's all CGI, you can do whatever you want. Nobody will get hurt.
God, I can't feel my leg!
Except for maybe the effects artists. I would imagine their hands are pretty sore afterwards. There's just not really a whole lot of spectacle. Look at this scene from Batman Begins, and then look at this scene from Avengers Endgame. Yeah, pretty big difference. Overall, I'm gonna have to give the action a 3 out of 10. The thing is, Batman Begins is not a bad movie. It's just a very overrated and outdated movie. Especially when superhero movies afterwards have only gotten better. The problem with this movie is that it is too slow and boring. There's not enough personality, 0 humor, 0 color, and honestly just 0 vision. Nolan really wanted to cram everything he could in this movie, when honestly he should have taken his time. On the bright side though, I think things are looking very good for Batman in the future. I think I know a few directors that would know how to cook with a pretty good Batman movie. Overall, I'm gonna have to give the movie a 5.5 out of 10. This movie had a lot of potential, but I definitely do think it was the early 2000s holding it back. The future is looking bright for The Dark Knight.